Hey, how's everybody doing? Can you guys hear me? I don't know if this is live yet or not. We're having technical difficulties here with StreamYard. Hey guys, we're just waiting right now on SMT. He's almost here. Sorry for the technical difficulties, just been having connection issues. I appreciate everything you guys are doing. Appreciate you guys being here. We will be live here in a second. I just wanted to bring it up so you guys don't think that you're here just waiting for nothing. What's going on there, Caleb? How are you today, sir?
Hey, doing good. Wednesday night. Let's get it going.
Hey, you guys, how's the music? How's the music? Is it too loud? Do we need to turn it down? Hey, Caleb, do you hear the music or no?
I do not have the live. I don't have the YouTube portion open, just the live stream. So I'm not supposed. I don't think I'm supposed to hear any music though. I hear you fine though.
Yeah, this thing. I'm so sorry. I'm just trying a couple of things out, guys. It's just, you know how it is.
Oh, there we go. I hear it
Huh?
now. I hear it now.
Okay, there we go.
Your mic sounds good as well.
All
So
right. You know what? Let's just. I know we're waiting on SMT right now, but let's get this show started on the road today. And today we are Wednesday, August 26th. And how's everybody doing today? I hope everybody's having a great day. Sorry for all the technical difficulties, just connection issues. You know, the usual. We're not blessed to have fiber over here at the moment, so we're trying to make it happen with a 25 by 5 connection. If you catch my drift. How's everything going over there in Florida, Caleb?
it's going. It's going good, man. The sun was out today, so I spent some time outside. It's really relaxing. Things are going good, man. Can't complain. Can't complain.
well, well, that's good. That's good, bro. That's good that you're enjoying the time out there in Florida, man. I hope you're
Yeah.
having a lot of adventures with the boats, man.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
let's do some introductions here. We see Nintendo 504. How are you doing, man? How are you today? Glad to have you on the show today. Kimon, how you doing, bro? And thank you. I appreciate for donations last time. You're awesome. Hey, yo, what up, sheep? What's going on, man? We see you buying over there. We got you. What up, Mike West? How's it going? How's it going? And then we got Josh in the house. How are you, bro? Hope you're having a good day, guys. What up, baby Yoda? And then we gotta hit you with that. Yeah. What's going on, Joseph? How are you? Hey, what up, Tito? And then we got the man of the hour right here. What up, man? Hey, yo, Sneed, you there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, yo, what up, Arshawn? How are you, bro? How are you, Merritt? How are you? We got
Those you're clipping a
what
little
is it,
bit.
Gento?
Either, Carlos, you're
Clipping a
clipping
little bit?
a little bit. Yeah, so either back off the mic or your gain's too high.
How about now? We good?
Perfect. Yeah.
Okay. All right, Gregory, how are you? And then we got info assistant. Yo. Then we got Jose. Yeah.
Los, who we got on here with us? Who is that?
We got MS. We got Caleb in the house.
Caleb.
And we got
What up?
we
What
got
up,
Mr.
Steve?
We got
What's up,
Mr. Timmy. We got Mr. Timmy, AK Mr. Tom. How are you, man? Tom, how are you?
Timmy
Hey, what's
Tom.
going on, Mikey? Yeah, let's see here. Then we got Sean. What's going on, Sean, man? How are you? We got Arturo. Yeah, what's going on, Arturo? It's good to see you, man. All right, we got vids for fun. What's going on? All right, so bro, oh man, oh, did you see this comment from Tim? Oh, bro, come on. We already got to start with this, bro. Tell him, Sneed. Tell him how much of
Wait,
he's gonna hit on him.
Listen, bro, 200 on the dash, bro.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh man. Hey yo, what's going on, Joe? How are you today, brother? All right, let's get this thing going. Today we got some T-Mobile stuff, some T-Mobile news. We came across some stuff. Let's see here. I'm so sorry. There we go. We came across some stuff, and basically it's coming down to we're gonna talk about this home internet. So rumors are that they are offering it. They're starting to publicize it more, and they are trying to get it out to people. But there's also a downfall to it, which we will get to here in a second. I know SMT wants to touch a little bit on this. If you want to take over, SMT, real quick while we gather some of the proof and evidence here, since everything always has to be backed up with proof and evidence.
Well, I mean, we have some pretty solid sources, man. They get us some good information, and it's pretty much spot on all the time. Maybe not right away, right? Like it comes out what 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks later, but for the most part,
give or take,
it's always right.
And
so you know, that being said, I mean, this is kind of annoying, dude. I ain't gonna lie. This is kind it's gonna piss me off.
and this is an issue. It's actually a big issue because people that are in rural situations that want to take advantage of this product, and they know that they don't have a lot. There's not a lot of customers, so the spectrum is widely available. It's unfortunately, how do we put this, SMT? What would be your best terminology for this?
It's raccoonery buffoonery.
There you go. You heard it from the man. Raccoonery, buffoonery, guys.
But I can't say I'm surprised. I mean, these are the types of things we've been seeing. So,
It gets worse. You know, Carlos, I remember you telling me how the T-Mobile engineering department gets overworked. It used to be on like 12-hour shifts, you know. Not anymore, bro.
I got some
24/7
some news on that too,
bro. 24/7 now. It's horrible.
That's what I wanted to touch too. You brought it right at good attention. So right now, if you're a T-Mobile engineer, you are going to be working 365 days, 24/7. So if they call you right now and they said, "Hey, we got a tower down," you have to drop everything you're doing and you have to attend to that situation. That's one of the things I wanted to touch on. But the second one is here. I'm gonna pull up some proof right here, and I am going to share this screen. Since of course we always have to slap the proof. Okay, this is T-Mobile's home internet right here. So this was sent to me in an email, and basically it talks about that. So let's say you have the T-Mobile home internet. You go to the store, you're like, "Hey, why is this thing acting slow? What's going on here? I thought you guys guaranteed me at least 50 megabits." Well, they're supposed to click on that and they're supposed to say, "Hey, we're not allowed to talk about this. We got to send you to T-Mobile's C2 support, and they can answer this situation for you." So SMT, what do you have a take on this, bro?
The home internet solution is going to be a dud. It's going to be full of people returning the modems and the box stuff like that. It's going to be a dud, bro. Who wants in on this service where they tell you one thing and then you don't get it? So they say we want to give you 50 megabits per second as your baseline. It won't drop below at least 50. You might get more. And you're never going to be subject to deprio. And here we have a scenario where somebody we know who has provided us with the entire scenario, right? A customer went into a T-Mobile store complaining about speeds being throttled because the tower site likely can't handle it. This is an indication that their network isn't ready for this. There's no way, and this goes back 2 years when the merger first started. There's no way that talks about a home internet solution can happen without understanding how vital 2.5 gigahertz deployment is. It can't happen. If the site does not have 2.5 gigahertz spectrum, along with all the other stuff, it can't do home internet for any number of people. Because in home internet, there's a certain threshold of broadband like qualifier, right? Like it has to qualify as home broadband, fixed right, wireless in this case, right? They can't do it without having their spectrum assets deployed on more sites. They don't have it. And this is where things get even better. Neville's been already on the record as to saying we're going to begin with metropolitan areas where this service will not be available. So the areas that will be suitable for home internet will not get home internet. This service is designed for rural America who has limited internet options, but they're not getting 2.5 for a long time. Everything's backwards. The real way to do this is you must spend money and deploy in the places where you want to offer the home internet. You must. And I don't know what the channel bandwidth needs to be. I don't know, dude. I'm not an engineer and I'm not Neville Ray. And I'm a network tech enthusiast, but I know that when you're sitting on 160 megahertz national 2.5, you must deploy it if you're going to do the home internet, because I know that they're going to have to do it in California. They're going to have to do 300 megabits per second. They will deploy all spectrum assets to achieve that.
Yeah, I could speak to that a little bit. So in order to what we call as a qualifier for the home internet, you are right. Not only it has to have the 2.5, but the issue with this is that you have to have on a cluster of sites, a cluster meaning more than 10. So you can't just go, oh, we'll have one site here has it, right, and then like another site down the road will have it, and we'll skip these 3 other sites. It doesn't work that way. Right. You cannot do it. You have to have at least a cluster of sites, 10 or more in a cluster. That's why it's called a cluster, to have the 2.5 gigahertz in order for this home internet to work. And I hope, I know that's what T-Mobile was trying to get at, but right now, for them to even slap this deprio on, and I remember when John first launched this, how it was going to be 50 megabytes with no deprio, right, and now they're going back on it, which that's not cool. And you're right, that means the network is not ready, and the reason why it's the deprio is because That's just it. The network is not ready. You can't tack something on or promise something even at 50 megabytes if you don't have a cluster of sites that has the 2.5 on it.
T-Mobile's never going to change.
Right.
They're never going to change. The culture at the company is wrong. It's 100% wrong. You cannot in a marketplace that has 3 competitors, you cannot fake it till you make it. You cannot. Because your customers are going to leave. Who's going to want a home internet service that right off the rip, the only guarantee you're supposed to get is 50 megs? Well, that's a pretty low floor. And if it's going to be throttled or deprived below that, how many devices are you really going to connect? How many, you're going to do what, a TV? If you do a gaming system and an iPad on top of that, you're done. The bandwidth is through. It's over.
Right. And most cable companies, mind you, nowadays they have a minimum of 100, right? Like the Comcast, the Cox, they always say a minimum of 100. T-Mobile is not even reaching that threshold either. So it's disheartening to me.
Well, I want to share this part of the screen where basically, he's telling me what they're being told what to do and stuff like that. So basically, he is saying on this conversation to me that more or less this guy had used 30 gigabytes and was deprived. And then I'm trying to get the details. It's just okay by me, by complete surprise, when both the person I spoke with at the home internet and my system say do not discuss with customers.
So here's why I'm saying throttle. I'm saying throttle because this guy said once he reached 30 gigs, he was slowed the rest of the month, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so that'd be a throttle, Mike. That'd be a throttle. That'd be a permanent throttle. A deprive would be temporary, it'd be momentary, and once the congestion alleviates, he'd go back to restored regular speed. He was throttled the rest of the month. That would be a throttle.
Right, and another reason why it's throttled is because it's more like fixed. It's home internet, so you're always going to be connected to the same towers, right? So especially if you have a lot more people, on that particular tower site, the chances of you getting even that 50 megabyte is going to even shrink down. Okay, that's how that works. That's where congestion comes in. So imagine this. Imagine if you're living in one of these cities that's supposed to get the internet. You're going to reach 50 megs, depending on your usage, or I'm sorry, 50 gigabytes, depending on your usage. But imagine being not only throttled, but even congested. And it's just horrible. It's just horrible to think about how anybody can offer service like that.
This is the worst internet option you could have. This is like HughesNet. Okay, because this is not going to be a pleasurable experience. This is the most meager of all home internet options. If you are stuck at 50 megs with no hope of being faster, they can't do it without 2.5. They better stop this nonsense, this low band, all this other. Get the hell out of here with this BS. You need to deploy the 2.5 gigahertz. Whatever means, whatever it takes, get your CapEx up. You just swallowed a competitor and all you're spending is $3 billion more. Man. Exactly. You want to do IP, you want to do TV over IP, you want to do home internet, and you spend $3 billion more? Come on, bro. I don't even know. I don't even know what to say. Like, what could you imagine being so far detached from reality where you would think that this type of nonsense would work?
I mean, I would love to see some of the 2.5 in rural areas, because rural people are the ones that are going to be taking advantage of the home internet solution more than in urban and suburban.
Okay, Sebi, why don't you tell me what HughesNet offers, and let's compare that to what T-Mobile is going to offer.
But keep in mind, the cluster sites that are going to need this the most. But I feel bad for like the retail side of things. If you can imagine all these, just think about how many people, if they already brainwashed and love the T-Mobile service now, just think about how many people are going to sign up for this home internet if they're eligible for it, and
they're
then
going to return it, bro. They're going to return
exactly, and walk into a T-Mobile store and be frustrated at the retail employees.
There's no risk. There's no risk, but it's still annoying if you're going to disconnect your old service to try this.
Right.
I really hope that T-Mobile puts this on the shelf for like the next year or two. and does it right once they have the 2.5 out. Stop it. Just cut it off. Leave it alone. Focus on your network build and just do it right. Stop the lollygagging. Get 2.5 out on your sites. Get them in the clusters that Caleb mentioned and alluded to. Make sure you have more than 20% of your tower sites with band 71, and then start talking about home internet. If you can't spend the money to do this, don't try to sell the product. Keep it in beta testing for 5 years. Do not nationally deploy until it's ready, because it's not. I mean, look at the congested networks they have now. They haven't done anything yet. They can't even support Sprint customers with their own. We're talking about home internet, bro. You know what home internet needs? Home internet needs 1,000 times more capacity than mobility. 1,000 times, bro. 1,000 times. If mobility needs 100 megahertz of bandwidth, multiply that by 1,000. That's what home needs. Because home, there's for every home, there's like 6, 7, 8, 10 devices. Who knows? You might have 4 phones. You might have 3 iPads. You might have a computer. You might have a laptop, a couple of TVs. Bro.
Now you got the refrigerators, the thermostats, the cameras. It adds up.
Hey, you can't have
none. You can't have any of that. IoT is going to have an impact. IoT is going to be huge.
Bro, T-Mobile's home internet, if they can't offer 100 megs on national deployment, they lost. They lost. Starlink is... They needed... T-Mobile needed to deploy this service 5 years ago. Full-scale national. That's too late.
Here's the other thing I want to bring up. Most of the DOJ demands with the states that they settled, especially with California, at least with California, have to be 300 megabytes. So I don't even know why they're trying to push 50 with this home internet service, because it's 50, supposed to be
50s now, Caleb. The goal, the end game is to get to 100,
it's
right?
100. Why 100? I don't. But even if they're supposed to push it, at least in California, to 300, I don't see that happening right off the short near term. We're trying to push out this home internet unless we get investment. There's no way. No way. And it's sad. It's really sad.
Oh my God, bro. I can't believe I made videos about this in the past. Like I had hope.
Bro, but that's
it was a joke.
That's the crazy thing though. Bro, but the crazy thing is I really wish that they would change their strategy, man. That's all we want. We just want it to work.
Culture will never change until the culture will never change until the executives change.
Hey, what's 100% of 0?
It's over, bro. It's like the culture is preventing them. They needed John this whole time, bro. John could not go. John had to stay.
Bro, honestly, I think
it's over.
I think if John would have still been today CEO, I don't think he would have let this slide, bro. No way. I think John was the whole innovation to T-Mobile, because I won't deny it, bro. It wasn't bad when he was there. I worked when he was there, when he was in charge, bro. You know how nice it is having the damn CEO come into your store and recognizing you for your sales and shaking your hand and, taking pictures with you and all that stuff, bro. Like, even though I know it sounds stupid and petty, but, it means a lot that you're recognized by the top man when you're doing decent for the company. And that's how he was, and it kept people motivated.
Doesn't matter, bro. This is so sad. There's literally people who are gonna disconnect whatever service they have to try this, and they're gonna return it because they're gonna get deprioed after 30 gigs of usage. Their plan is supposed to be no deprio. And they're already backtracking. It hasn't even gone into full scale, testing. It's still like in these little pockets. They can't even do it.
Backtrack. It's so bad.
Bro.
Okay.
It shouldn't even be called home internet. It should be called Welcome to T-Mobile DePrio.
Try our new hotspot DePrio service for $50 a month.
Yes.
Bro, the part that's, it just sucks, bro, because we want to see them do something decent, bro. We do. It's not like we don't, because if they do something decent, then it pushes the other two to make something happen.
Bro, how do you get
But
deprioed in rural America? There's nobody
when there's,
out there.
I know, maybe a
What
few
the
cars that
hell?
drive during the night, and that's what I don't get. And then there's people complaining too about here we had somebody here in the live where his name is Sean. He said, Sprint legacy user here, my QoS has gone down since I was moved to T-Mobile, because T-Mobile don't have a QCI, bro. It's just a task. So now his quality of service that he got with Sprint, that was kind of decent, if you lived in an area that worked. Now it went from decent to down the toilet, bro. Literally, it's one of those when you're pushing and shoving, bro, trying to make it happen, and it doesn't happen. It's just
Until 2.5 gigahertz gets deployed nationally, they really can't do this home internet thing. So whenever they decide that they've reached a point where they could support it, I think they should turn it on nationally. Until then, I wouldn't advertise it. I wouldn't sell it. You know,
I agree.
I just wouldn't, because it's just going to hurt your perception as a home internet provider, which you're trying to create a narrative, right? You're trying to create a new lane. It's a new revenue stream. So you got them for wireless. Now you want to get them for some pretty simple, basic home provisions, right? If you can offer them 100 megabit per second, that's doable. 50 is too low. I mean, that's way too low. That's as entry level as it gets, and that's why I compared it to something like HughesNet, and that's why I compared it to something like satellite, how they can only give you so much speed and they can only give you so many gigs, and that's how they play you and charge you. Starlink is coming, dude.
exactly
Like a year from now, do you know what Starlink is going to be like, Carlos?
It's going to be the life and savior, bro. That's all I'm going to say. Bro, I sent the link out to Ricky. I want Ricky to hop on here. I don't know if he got it. I said it to him on Twitter. Hop on, Ricky. I know you're in there. Acechando las sombras. Come in here.
Yeah, bro. If I was a rural customer and my options were like some kind of DSL, and it was, I don't know, 10 megabits per second DSL,
yeah,
I would probably take that if it was the same price, because the 10 megabit DSL would probably never bottom out. If I was getting deprioed low enough and I was getting throttled for long enough, you could make an argument that the 10 megabit DSL could be better.
Exactly, bro. And with Starlink, bro, it's just going to be amazing. I think a lot of the cellular providers might even take advantage of using it for backhaul.
They said,
never know.
Yeah,
Sebi,
nice. one megabit per second for home internet, bro. You can't do anything. I think you're missing the point. This is not mobility. We're talking about fixed wireless home internet. So, keep that in mind. It's damn, bro.
Isn't it like based on your location as well? But so you can't take that router to like someone else's house or location because they'll
it's fixed wireless.
No,
it's
exactly.
Fixed wireless.
Right. It's based on your QTH. So it's just, good Lord, man. I hope if you guys are gonna move somewhere to less populated area, then that'll be the time. If you have T-Mobile.
Hey, I want to share this last part of the screen, Sneed. Remember the part I shared to you earlier? The one where it speaks about the services the customer expects with this home internet. I don't know if you want to go over it real quick, Sneed, because I have to go and let somebody in the office real quick while.
Okay, put a solo on the document.
Right back.
Put solo layout.
I'll be right back.
Okay. All right, so this is what customers are being told they should expect with the service. So let's look at some of the language. In the beginning, it just describes, what customers should experience. It covers what's going to affect speed and performance, things that really could change the experience. So It talks about the device, proximity to the site, like how close you are to the tower, how much capacity is there. So if it's got multiple carrier aggregation, how much bandwidth is available there. Terrain, they're talking about signal, stuff like that. So anyways, to be honest with you, that first part is not really what the customer needs to know about. I think most people understand those variables, but where things get interesting, you look at the terms of the usage. It kind of describes how these plans are going to be treated with deprioritization. So at T-Mobile, what they call a heavy user is any customer that uses 50 gigs per month or more, and that qualifies them as a heavy user to be subject to deprio. Now, they also put some language in there where it talks about like the top like 2 or 3% of users. So I've seen where some people don't use 50 gigs, they use more. They'll use like 70 or 80, but they still don't really get deprioed. So it really just kind of depends on the site and the region, and network traffic and stuff like that. But I can tell you guys, I have been deprioed heavily on T-Mobile times of congestion, and I've been under 50 gigs. So I've seen that before as well. Another thing that you have to know for this one is the DVD quality up to 1.5 megabits. In my experience, that's going to give you 480p without buffer, but anything above that is probably going to get buffered. So if you were to put it like, I don't know, 720p or something like that, it's probably going to buffer. It won't be a pleasurable viewing experience. So what T-Mobile's doing here with this terminology is they're covering themselves in two ways. Number one, if you go above 50 gigs, you are subject to slowdown at certain times. So that way they can manage the network for other users that have not used that allowance of data. Then the other piece is the video, because video is so taxing and requires so much bandwidth. That's the first thing that they're going to throttle right away. So you could see the limitation at 1.5 megabits per second. DVD quality, that's 480p. Now, if you get a more expensive plan and you pay the additional money, you'll get yourself a higher, resolution video playback. So you'll get, 1080p if you get the Magenta Plus and stuff like that. But I think what was happening in the case of the scenario that, me and Carlos learned about was the guy only used 30 megabits per second. So when you use 30 megabits when you use 30 gigs of data and you don't hit that 50 gigs, for him to be deprived unnecessarily is concerning, which is why I was saying that I think a lot of people will probably return the service because it doesn't even perform to what the language in the contract says. Like, this is a legal binding contract. If your experience is different than this, then you have a reason to get a refund. Like, he could literally take his modem, whatever hardware they send him, and he can demand a refund and say, look, the terms of your service states such and such and such and such. And I was being deprioritized below the 50 gig threshold, and it was for the rest of the month, not even just during times of congestion. So all you would have to do is document that, show some speed tests at a certain time of the night or whatever, when it's, there's no data traffic and so on, and they'll give him his money back. They will. They have to, because they're not fulfilling their obligations to the deal. When this is legal jargon. This was put together by the team at T-Mobile to CYA. When the network doesn't perform well, that's what this is.
Right. And I just want to bring a point. This service will not be good if you live in a mountainous area. See, mountainous areas, it's harder to get clusters of sites due to terrain to add sites. And if you're eligible for the service, if you live in the foothills, the mountainous areas, the service won't be that great of experience for you unless you decide to move to a more urban city area.
I apologize about that one, guys.
It's all good, bro.
But
I mean, it's this plan, Carlos, this home internet plan. The performance has to change if it's going to be a legit option. That's what it boils down to. Like, if you're going to downgrade speed, I say no go. If you've got a 100 or a 200 megabit connection right now, do not downgrade to this. Don't do it. The only way I would say even consider it is if you know that the local sites around you have been upgraded to 2.5, like Caleb described as clusters, because that's sustainable
Yeah.
bandwidth that's in the whole region. You know what I'm saying? Caleb, what do you think is a time frame for somebody in rural America to get clusters of 10 or more tower sites with 2.5?
Jeez. Well, like I said, 10 or more does be defined as a cluster. So that could take, I mean, it depends on if like maybe 5 sites of your surrounding area already have it. Maybe a couple sites already have it and they're working on the rest. Maybe no sites have it. I don't know. It just depends on your area. Some areas will get it faster than others due to the demand. Like, for example, let's say if for some reason there's a lot of internet signups, right? And there's 2.5 like half deployed in that cluster. There's going to be a big push to get the other half of the cluster built out. So it is a time game, but it's its sites can take anywhere from if this is just mods, it's 3 to 6 months, right? So that's usually the time frame. Now, however, if they need to build new additional 2.5 sites just for capacity to complete the clusters, that's going to take more time. Maybe up to a little less than a year, maybe more, depending on. So.
Well, I would assume that goes into the planning strategically.
It does.
Where they want to put.
Yes,
Yeah,
correct. Yeah, it does.
so they're probably looking at it like they look at their map of where they have their sites, and they're like, okay, well, in this amount of square miles, we've got X amount of sites, and we can upgrade these sites, and we can get them going for the internet.
Right. For example, like for local F, like I do, like for Los Angeles, for example, if we have, for example, I'm just going to use an example, like let's say Cupertino Valley, right? Or Oceanside, whatever. Let's say we had a mass people sign up. Well, basically, what the national RF, what they'll do is they'll kind of strategically help say, hey, we'll need a cluster in this area, we're in a cluster in this area over there, and they'll work with local apps. So they'll basically track or plot areas of where these signups are happening to get these mods built faster and done.
You know what they need to really do this service, Caleb? You know what they really need?
A miracle.
Small cells.
Well, yeah, small cells will help.
A lot of small cells.
A lot of small. Yeah, sure, I agree.
But somebody doesn't like small cells.
No, you're right. Someone just killed all the Sprint small cells. That would have been a huge benefit. All those dollars are gone, man. They could have helped out for this immensely.
Bye till we meet again.
Hey,
yeah,
guys,
all those small cells.
Before we keep continuing, I just want to say thank you to Stay Fly for your donation. I appreciate you, bro. That was awesome.
Appreciate it, brother.
Didn't have to. Thank you. Thank you for donation to the channel. Everything, of course, we use it to make the channel better. We'll keep it going just for you guys. But yeah, small cells is going to be a big thing with this deployment. If they can't do small cells, then what's the point? It
would help. It would help.
Yeah. Of course.
Any coverage gaps, terrain issues that they have, they can be mitigated by small cells.
Yup.
Look at what happened with Sprint. Sprint got congested so bad and it started tanking, and small cells saved a lot for them. Same with the how do you call those things? The magic box too.
Oh yeah. Remember those?
And for them to even decommission the magic boxes, that's ridiculous. Now you got people that had all right service with it or decent, and it went from decent to nothing.
Yeah.
And that's where it's touchy.
I used to have a magic box. It saved the day. I used to have one. No anymore.
That's really sad. Sad story, man.
Another one too I wanted to touch was about how a lot of the employees right now, because of the commission structure, a lot of them just got their commission check for the first one with the new T-Mobile. And we had store managers going from
hold on. Yeah. Sneed is a soulless, empty troll that just makes up rumors about T-Mobile, especially the video he did about the commission restructuring. Go ahead.
So we have store managers that were making $6,500 a month in commish, and it went from
What's up, TK?
6,500 to 900. Oh, what up, TK? How are you, bro? Hey, if you
What
want,
up, TK?
hey, I'm gonna send you the link, TK. If you want to hop on, you know, you're
The
always
homie.
welcome, bro. He's more than a friend, bro. He's family.
Sneed is the worst.
But yeah, but you got these employees, you know, 6,500 commission, so they adjusted their lifestyles to that commission. So you know they're probably thinking like, okay, in a bad month I'll make 2,000, but on a really good month I can make like 6,000-7,000. And now they made $900, 900 when they made the store $46,000 in profit, gross profit, when they should have got 6,500.
I'm literally gonna say it now. If the T-Mobile network gets better, it'll be because of the sacrifices made by the retail side. They're getting devastated by this because T-Mobile can't touch the plans for 3 years. They are wreaking havoc on retail commissions.
And if you guys think about it, it's service revenue. That's T-Mobile's. That's how they make their money. Is plans, phones. That's it. Customers.
Yeah.
It's customers. Monthly service bills. So it's like you don't cut your revenue off at the knees.
It's crazy, bro. I don't know how people defend this type of stuff, bro. I don't. I think the only reason is they lack the proper perspective. They don't have friends that work for T-Mobile. You see what I'm saying? Like, see, I do. And I've said time and time again, if my friends start losing their jobs and losing their money, I'm going off. And I won't stop.
Sneed, you saw the guy I sent you what my dude said. He's willing to expose whatever he can. He's willing to give me all the information. He just wants the people to know the reality.
Nah, that's bro, I'm just an empty soulless troll, bro. You don't want to get me involved, bro.
Exactly. And you gotta think about this. All these people, like now you got store employees from what the Connect was saying on the inside. They're fighting. They're it's like a pack of wolves. They're all trying to fight for that for that person to get that commission.
It's store against store too. It's horrible.
How are you going to distinguish yourself from the store that's a half a block up?
You can't. No,
you're selling the same service, the same phones for the same prices. The only thing you could say is, I don't know, what do they got? Prettier girls, nicer people that work in there. Maybe the lighting in there is newer. Oh, our carpet's newer. Like, how are you gonna distinguish your sales? Like, what tactics are you going to use? You know,
bro, think about it. They're gonna be offering. One store's gonna be like, yeah, we got Kool-Aid and cookies. The other one's gonna be like, we got steak and Coke.
And one's gonna.
I actually go to the T-Mobile store with the brightest lights. That's what I do.
Yeah, and I go to the one where they don't wear thongs.
All right. Yeah.
You know, they just wear clothing and they don't twerk up against the wall or up against the glass. Shorty, say what's your price? I don't do none of that. Ain't no tricking over here.
Or how you got that guy, what is it, T-Chains, shaking his belly, dude, at the glass.
Where do they do that at, bro? In what universe do people shake their belly for business? Where do they do that at?
I don't know. That one was that was interesting seeing that video. Just imagine a lot of these reps are not even going to want to call 611 for assistance to activate a line, because once you involve 611, you got to split that commission. The dude was he sent me like a screenshot of how much the commission. He did I think it was like 10 lines, and out of those 10 lines he only made $68 commission. Well, he should have made at least close to 1,000 under the old structure, because he would have multipliers and all that.
I'd make it easier on T-Mobile. I would leave. I'd help them make their decision. I'd just go.
Well, of course, but you know, you gotta
have a process, right? Yeah. You'd have to. It'd be a process. I have a friend who works for DoorDash full time, $35 an hour.
I
I don't
mean,
make $35 an hour. I don't. I'm a school teacher. I don't make $35 an hour.
I know that would be nice, right?
I mean, I have good health care. Yippee.
But yeah,
Shackles
that's
on
the
her
stuff that you gotta go.
feet. Joshua.
Shackles.
Oh,
Oh
my
man,
God. Yeah.
but that
Oh,
that's what
man.
they gotta. That's what they gotta go through, and it's sad, man. It's sad that they
I
really
swear to
gotta.
God, Los, if I was an employee at T-Mobile, I would go back to construction. I did that for a while. I would go back to construction. I would go back to working so hard where like, but the money was good. Going up on canopies and repairing and replacing lights and pouring concrete and looking for leaky gas lines and busted underground
Yeah.
storage containers. I'd go back to that stuff, bro. Because the money's good.
Look,
You know,
I'm gonna share this. I'm gonna share this
ain't gonna
part
have
of
me
the
in a
screen right here.
store
Let's
at
see if I
risk to getting the Roni. I'm straight. I'm good.
let me see if I can share this one right here real quick. This is the payout. That person made 60 something dollars on those lines. Remember we got sent earlier this. So total they made in the month so far is $166.
Jeez.
Beth, I did have a killer tan when I was working construction. I had a killer tan line too. Because my
Yeah.
boss used to get mad when I had my shirt off, so he'd say, "Put your shirt back on." So I had a pretty vicious tan line. Yeah, that was it.
And that's oh, did you see the new down payment requirements or whatever that they're doing now? Or the structure on the Note 20? Here, let's share that real quick.
Oh my God, Carlos, it's the comedy hour.
Bro, because people don't believe unless the proof is in the pudding. So there's the proof in the pudding. It says here for lower down payments on the Note 20 5G series. So they're talking about on Jump on Demand, you still have to give $449 down, and it's $149 if you're the selected well qualified, which meaning if you were already a existing Jump on Demand person. And if you want to do it on EIP, it's $449, and then well qualified $149 if you are already an existing customer for over a year.
Yeah, it's all that carrier, device stuff. That's all a sham at all the carriers. It's just designed to keep you stuck with the carrier. They're not really helping anybody, bro.
Oh, look at what Apple Watch said. He said, "I like Twitch because you could zoom in." Oh wow.
I didn't know that you could do that. It's pretty cool. So you could zoom in on the video.
Because I stream on both on Twitch and the Tube, both. So, I mean, I don't know what else to say, guys, on this, but I think we've said enough today.
You want to say hi to Uncle Carlos, Yasmin?
Hi, Yasmin. How are you?
Hey,
You get ready
Yasmin.
for bed?
That was fast. That was it.
Yeah, because I have to give you a hug because before I go to sleep.
Okay. Good night, Baba.
Gotta go to sleep.
Yeah.
See, there you go. I've never had to pay it down with Sprint. Yeah, a lot of people never did actually.
Right.
They were kind of running a scam over at Sprint too with those leases, man.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, the lease is so bad.
Yeah. I mean, I could tell you right now because I know what was going on behind the scenes with those phones. The way that stuff was being dealt with, it was all a sham. Like the only profitable thing about Sprint was their device leasing program.
Yeah, because
There
you
was
had
nothing
people,
else profitable.
you had employees that weren't informing the customer that, oh yeah, after 18 months, either you got to let us know that you want to keep the device or you trade it up. And guess what? 3 years down the road, they're still making payments on that device.
Not looking at their bill, neglecting to update, and check in on things. That's why I say to people, you should keep track of those things so you know what to expect and what your options are once you get to a certain point. Otherwise, I mean, you're better off just purchasing your device outright or financing through the manufacturer, and different things like that. Now
Exactly.
they want to get away from that, and they want to make sure that if you buy a phone unlocked from a manufacturer, you don't get certain access. Like the 5G situation it's going to get messy and ugly, dude.
Mm-hmm.
You're better
Yeah.
off buying a carrier branded phone and just enjoying whatever service they offer than to buy unlocked. The only phone that's really going to buck that trend kind of is the Galaxy series. But even then, like, you can't get the standalone access if you have an unlocked
Well-
device. Not that the
well-
standalone access is anything special. I'm just using it as an example.
Well, FYI, the Note 20 5G, no standalone on T-Mobile side. They released an update to turn off that feature. It's not on the service menu at all.
Oh, no. Is the eSIM still locked too?
Yep.
Oh my good God.
Like I said, iPhone will be the best bet. The new one that comes out, the Pro and Pro Max.
I'm just yeah.
This is like
Time
the
to
worst
give away
thing
all the
wireless
Android
ever. Like, what do we
I know, right?
like? What good thing has happened today? Can we report on? Did anybody not stub their toe today? Like, can we celebrate something?
I don't know. I don't know what else to say.
Let me see here.
Sean, I don't know if the S20 Ultra Unlocked got the standalone feature, but I did update it yesterday, so I will let you know when I put the SIM in there and see if it did. But I'm thinking that they're turning it off because they know it's not reliable. It's not good for now. I mean,
Carlos,
how
I
can
need
you
a
throw
new
that to
phone,
the
man.
public?
I need a new phone, dog. What do you think, man? Moto or the LG V60?
Please get the Moto. You need the Moto.
Yeah,
I'm really
bro.
thinking about the LG V60, bro. I mean, I might even just buy but listen, hear me out. I might just buy a Google locked one. It could even have a broken screen. I just want to use it as a creator tool. I'm not even going to put a SIM card in it.
Oh, I see. Well, that
So
that would work. That would work.
Also, you're just trying to use it for content creation.
If I bought the Moto, I mean, I'd have a SIM in there. I'd have a Verizon SIM in that mug,
Yeah.
Yeah. One of my several Verizon SIMs. So good.
Too many. Hey, I guess Mikey Tech said tomorrow's his birthday.
Happy birthday, Mikey.
Happy early birthday.
Mikey's 21 years young.
Awesome, young.
T-Mobile found guilty for lying about 5G
Yeah.
advertising from the NAD.
How do you feel? How do you feel about that?
It's just a list of carriers, bro. Verizon with the whole thing. Remember the national 5G and AT&T with 5G, and now this. What else what are we supposed to say?
I think the only
Who knows?
carrier that hasn't got slapped with that would be Mint Mobile. The Fox.
He brought out
God.
the freaking what's his name, bro? What's
Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds, bro? Freaking what's his name, bro? Deadpool.
Deadpool. Yep.
Deadpool Mobile, bro. Crazy.
See, there you go. Confirmed by Brian. He has a Note 20 Ultra unlock. No SA 5G. Not even on. I have a T-Mobile variant. It doesn't even have it. So
Nice.
Who'll be doing this during their live streams, bro?
I don't know. I can't.
Dude, Alex does that the whole time he live streams. He just got his arm.
Oh
behind him.
yeah. Oh yeah. That's right. It is Alex.
Just like this. Dude, we put out his armpit for the world. He's like, yeah. All love, Alex. I don't want no problems, bro. I don't want no smoke. I was joking, dog.
Nah, he's good. He's good people, bro. But I guess we can call this. We can call this the end, bro. I mean,
Bro, we can talk about whatever we want, bro. What you mean, bro? It's only 8:17, bro. Please, please. We could do it. We could talk about raviolis and whatnot. Hashtag ravioli squad.
Yeah. So right now, if you're while you're watching this, if you're eating, hashtag ravioli gang.
Oh man. So here's what I'm excited about the rest of the year, kind of what I'm watching for. I'm excited about the iPhones. Let's see what they do. All right, let's see what comes to the table. I like the concept of the staggered launch because the phone's just not ready. So if anybody really just wants the 12 or the 12 Plus, you get that in October. And for those that are patiently waiting for the Ultimate, you know, get yourself the 12 Pro and the 12 Pro Max, whatever it is.
Yeah.
I'm excited about the signal getting better, just the performance getting better, catching up to the Qualcomm chips we have with the Snapdragon series. And then, like in terms of service, I mean, the closer and closer we get to CBRS deployment, the better. Because that's going to be the next major thing. Like millimeter waves going on now. Let's throw in the CBRS2. That'll be deployed probably by the end of 2021. So it's not really close, but it's something to look forward to. AT&T, finishing up the band 14, the first net. I'd like to see them pass Verizon in national coverage. I would.
Uh-oh. What do we got in the house?
I ain't nobody but the strip club king. What's going on, y'all?
What up, TK?
What up, TK? What up, man?
Yeah, what up, TK?
Did we discuss how bad T-Mobile's eating dicks right now?
Oh,
Did everybody?
Go ahead, bro.
Yo,
Yeah.
the manager at the store, at the Sprint store out where I was at in North Carolina, right? He was the one that was always giving me the hookups on shit. And he just said he went from made $7,300 the last month before the merger. He made a fat $1,100 this month. And provided
about right.
So he sent me the shots. I already blacked out like his personal info. I got to do a video on it and just roast the absolute shit
So
out of T-Mobile for that, because that's foul.
TK, did you see my video on the commission restructuring? Did you catch that a few weeks ago?
Yep, that's foul.
Yeah, and they called me an empty, soulless troll on Twitter.
Who? T-Mobile did?
Like T-Mobile shills, bro, the fanboys.
yeah.
And they were the main ones swinging from your nutsack talking about they don't like it with, this is what we call actual journalism, when somebody doesn't pick sides and just keeps it real. So when T-Mobile was doing good shit, you talk good about T-Mobile, but when they fuck up,
yeah,
you got to be like, it's just like your favorite sports team. If your team is garbage, you got to be like, man, them dudes is garbage. I'm not even wasting my, you know what I'm saying? You can't be like, yeah, we got a 1-15 record, but we're the best thing in football. Get the fuck out of here. Like,
exactly.
No.
Yeah.
Exactly.
T-Mobile looking like the Browns right now. Sorry.
Oh, he had to hit you with the Browns. Oh man.
You got the slicing and dicing, bro.
You know what though? I can't talk shit because even though New England got Cam Newton, they probably gonna really suck this year.
You don't think they could win the East, bro? Really?
I mean,
I think they
technically we do have the Jets, the Bills, and the Dolphins in the division, so
that's what I'm saying.
We could technically go to the playoffs at 7-9. So like it could happen.
It's facts, man. It's happened. Yeah.
So TK, so you got people telling you then on the inside that they're getting their commission got cut basically by 90%.
He put in his 2 weeks today. He said, "Fuck that." He said, "I can make more money on unemployment than I can with this bullshit." Because their salary. Their salary
gonna go based
sucks.
on his last. He's gonna go based on his last 6 months of payments. So
yep,
they're gonna look at that as an average and say, okay, we're gonna give you 60-70% of that. It's gonna be a better check. His commission alone, right? His commission alone, he's still gonna generate probably $3,000 in commission.
Yep.
Wow.
So, bro, and he wasn't even really in a real busy store. So that should tell you, like, he was in the core store. He wasn't like Maycom Wireless or one of these, retailers, which they're getting fucked even worse.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
They're not even allowed to sell anything but iPhones in the third-party stores. They have no notes available.
TK, you know what I heard T-Mobile stores are like now because of the influx of Sprint people and the other stores that just got rebranded to T-Mobile, and they're like a block away
Yeah, like I
from
literally
each
have two
other.
corporate stores.
I heard it's like they're saying when a customer goes in a store, it's like dogs haven't eaten in 2 weeks, and they just threw a burger in the middle of all of them, bro. When a customer walks in,
Bro, it's savage mode.
fight.
Straight
That's
up
like
savage
walking.
mode.
That's
You
like
go to
walking
T-Mobile
into
store.
a dead Waffle House and there's 5 waitresses and you're the only one in there with money.
TK's like, I'm out of this. I'm going to Denny's.
Yep.
Bro, that's how it was yesterday when I went to go exchange that phone. It was like a pack of wolves, bro. Because they were like, oh yeah, I told them, I'm like, yeah, okay, I'll trade it for the Note 20 Ultra. They're like, oh damn, like everybody just started ganging up. Oh, can I get you this? Can I get you that? Like they all wanted part of the cut, bro. It's crazy.
Man,
Yeah,
shout out to
TK,
everybody in New Orleans that's about to get the shit kicked out of them.
Oh,
TK,
yeah.
I was gonna ask you. I know you have been traveling a little bit and you've been doing some driving. What's the coverage been like with the carriers? Because I know you rock with at least Verizon, AT&T, and T-Mobile. So,
I gotta
what
be
were your
honest, man. Like I still got my T-Mobile line because I get the military discount thing. You know what I'm saying?
So you're paying what, like $19.99?
I pay like 38 bucks, some shit like that for the Magenta Unlimited, whatever, right? So
Yeah.
it's cool, but here's the thing, man. T-Mobile is great if I'm like in a non-congestion area, but still a city, and then I can get like usable speeds. The minute I leave civilization, it's a fucking wrap. There's no, I don't even care if it says 5G. I can't even get a meg download speed. So it's like,
Yeah, they're beaming that signal, TK, from a tower that's probably 20 miles away.
yeah, it's trash. So the coverage, the carrier for me that has worked the best traveling all over the country, you think would be Verizon, and it's a close, very close second. But it's AT&T. Like AT&T has worked the best.
TK,
Yeah.
first net, bro. Band
All right.
14, bro. It's changing everything for AT&T.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
So-
you've got a FirstNet line, don't you?
I have FirstNet. Yep. And FirstNet is even better. I got 2 lines with AT&T. One is a FirstNet line. The other one is the Enterprise line. And I gotta tell you, FirstNet kicks the dog shit out of Enterprise. Like
I think Vegas is just jacked up, Carlos. That's what everybody tells me. Is certain markets need to be reconfigured, certain sites,
Yeah.
because FirstNet all over the country is doing really well.
So
Bro.
now there is areas I've been in where FirstNet sucks. Like when I was going through Little Rock or whatever, right?
Yeah.
When I was on band 14, it was almost unusable for data, right? But the minute you do the star pound and switch out and force it into like WCDMA or something, or make it drop to a different band, it would be fine. So I've seen some markets where FirstNet is garbage. So I mean, and that just might be that they haven't, reallocated, the right spectrum or signal for that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think it's relatively new, TK. They signed this deal a couple of years ago, and it's
Right.
already past T-Mobile's band 71.
Wow.
Like in terms of coverage. So it's
Here's
incredible.
the thing, and here's the other thing. T-Mobile is talking all this cash shit that they have the largest 5G network. And I'm not talking about 5GE because we know that's just LTE advanced.
Right.
But on my Note 20 Ultra on AT&T, I'm getting 5G in more places than T-Mobile.
Yeah, band 5 NR for AT&T has more sites and more coverage than band 71 on T-Mobile. And
it's so fast, dude.
Do you know when T-Mobile started deploying band 71? This will drive you crazy, bro. You'll be like, what have they been doing? They got it in 2016.
Jesus Christ.
So they've
right around
had
the time they started doing band 66, right?
Well, they should have been doing that already, bro. They weren't done with it, but yeah, they were still working on it. Yeah, bro. They don't keep pace because they don't spend the money, TK. You know how much AT&T is spending right now
they'd
on
rather
CapEx?
spend their money. They'd rather spend their money instead of building a network on a shit company with. Yeah, they have a lot of spectrum holding, but you want to buy a shit company with shit infrastructure and a garbage network. And now T-Mobile just did the same thing as Sprint did when they bought Nextel. That's the way it's looking to me.
But what T-Mobile got out of this is a little different, and here's what I'll explain.
Right.
They got 50 million customers,
Yeah.
and they got 160 megahertz national of 2.5.
No, here's the thing. I'm not
So they
disputing the
killed.
spectrum holdings and shit.
Right, right.
But look at Dish, right? You can hold all the spectrum you want in the world, but if you don't fucking spend the money and deploy that shit, it's garbage.
What do you know about Charlie Ergen, TK? I mean, you're a wireless guy.
Here's the thing I can tell you about him. Business wise, he's a fucking he's like a shark. He's like the Mitt Romney of the wireless world. Like he will buy your company, fucking sell assets, and then be like, all y'all can go eat dicks. We're closing up shop. That's who he is. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
Now, if you're all about the balance sheet and what money I'm going to make out of your investment, then you like that guy. But if you're a wireless customer, like Boost customers, if they knew who this fucking guy was, they'd be like, nope, I'm going to Metro, going to Cricket, I'm out. Deuces.
But they are, TK. They are going to Metro. They are going to Cricket.
TK,
Dude,
you
because
didn't even.
here's the other thing. Boost got rid of their own. They didn't even give people a choice. People that were grandfathered in on their unlimited plans this month, they just got fucked. They just said, yeah, we're not doing that anymore. Now you're limited to 22 gigabytes.
So TK, what's your understanding about MVNO? Are you pretty familiar with it? Like
Yeah.
Okay. So what they did by going from a truly unlimited to only getting slowed down during deep IO congestion, they went to 35 gigs and then 2G the rest of the way.
Yep.
So they essentially went from like a wholesale deal that would have costed them $40 or $45 down to a wholesale deal that probably cost them $28.
Right.
So by giving you a crappier experience, they're helping their bottom line. But here's the thing.
That's customers, his move, though.
Right. And those customers are sensitive to that unlimited data. They use it.
Yep.
So they're probably like, I'm out, you know?
Listen, if you look on the forums, you can go to the Boost Mobile forums. And the biggest thing is, I didn't even know they changed my plan. I didn't give them permission to change my plan. And they changed me to like 30. That's what it is, 35 gigabytes. And once you hit that limit, it's unusable. Like you can't do shit.
Nothing. And you know why they don't know? Because they ain't subscribed to the SMT, man. I called that shit months ago.
Yep.
I called that shit months ago.
Metro is seeing record growth. And believe it or not, Cricket's like
Cricket was already doing well, TK. They were already starting to kind of, you know.
Well, you know, Cricket next month, now that AT&T has dropped their 5G, you know, they got a big promo, big platform. They're going to be selling the Galaxy S20 5G for $499 with a port in to access the 5G network, totally unlimited for no extra price. That's what
good.
Cricket's about to drop. So you
got it. TK, do you have a plug in Cricket?
I have a friend that works on the national sales side.
Okay, that's a good source.
Holy, bro, that's gonna be a big one right there, TK. Because $499 for an S20 5G, bro, people are gonna be buying that.
The MVNOs are heating up. Total Wireless is doing the same thing. You know, they're just Verizon, but
yeah,
I know the Southeast regional distributor, like he goes to like Best Buys and all that shit and checks everything out. And I think he does something for TracFone too, because it's all the same company. But they're launching 30 gigabytes of data, unlimited, 5G, and then it goes down to 4G LTE, unlimited on Verizon, and they're going to drop that for $39.99. Yeah, damn. Bring your own phone too.
39. So what's the LTE access going to be like? Kind of like how Visible is.
Yeah, you know, so it'll be like, man,
it's basically going to be a Visible. It'll be Visible because the only thing you don't get with Visible is you don't get the legacy tech. You don't get the roaming agreements. You don't get that stuff.
Right.
So it's all the native access. Right.
Like for most people, because even Verizon's native access is bigger than T-Mobile's map. So,
oh, bro,
you know, so it's bad. But that's the thing with this. I'm just like, man, because now when you have all these little because now 5G, they're starting to make this push. And the fucked up part is people will jump on Total Wireless because they're like, I'm going to get that 5G plan. And they're going to be like, let me hold my arm out the window, stick my leg on the
TK, you got to come to the CLE, bro.
Did you see the thing I did in Kansas City? It was embarrassing, man.
You got to come to the CLE, bro.
I got to do it because
the millimeter wave works inside the bakery.
Oh,
I'm eating a
See-
falafel sandwich on real 5G, getting gigabit speed in the bakery, dog.
Oh, see, that's what I need. See, that's the thing that's kicking my ass about like I'm waiting, and where I'm at, like we just bought the property in Kansas City, right? We got the property in Oklahoma City, and we got the property here. Man, they don't give a fuck about the sticks. They're like, man, fuck you, bumfuck motherfuckers in Oklahoma, and fuck y'all in Kansas City. They gave them 5G, but they were like, if the Chiefs ain't playing, that shit don't work. So,
Bro.
I was like, damn.
Straight up, bro.
Hey, TK,
Turn that shit off.
Dude, I was talking to one of my dudes inside Verizon in the RF department, and they're talking about putting millimeter wave nodes in Pahrump, bro.
In Pahrump?
Yeah, bro. They're gonna start putting them up there,
I need to
bro.
start building. I need to break ground out there and get that shit going.
Bro, imagine 60 miles away, bro, in a small town. It's gonna start having, because the population's over 500,000, so it could be justified. And market share for Verizon is more than 50%.
There's no checklist that Verizon needs to check off to put their 5G millimeter wave. They put it anywhere. They'll put it wherever cities will let them, to alleviate congestion and to offer that service. They don't care. They'll put it up wherever they want. TK,
That's
you remember
crazy.
you remember where the bakery was? How it was all neighborhoods?
Yeah.
It's all over there. It's everywhere. It's on every block. It's every other block.
Yeah. See, I gotta be honest. I like that. That's what I just need them to like, and that's good if they're building it out in Cleveland. Like, there's no excuse. I didn't go to New York because I don't want to catch that shit. That's like the Magic Johnson city right now. I'm trying to avoid that shit. But
It's actually South Beach. You got to stay away from Miami, cuz.
Listen, I had people like, "Oh, you coming back to Miami?" Yeah. Nah, no.
There you go. Let's hook up. Nah.
Nah. We're not doing that.
You gotta look at it like this, bro. Dr. Mario doesn't discriminate.
But that's why I like having this little property out in Kansas, because I can get super white and just build me a fence and get all my guns out there and just be like, fuck everybody. You know what I'm saying? When the next time some big pandemic comes out there, I'll just create some weird looking flag with like a flying saucer on it and like an Irish flag, a cell phone, and fuck T-Mobile or something on it, and fly that. They'll be like, we don't know what's up with that crazy motherfucker. Don't go over there.
Oh man.
Well, guys, I'm gonna have to cut this just because I do got an appointment at the dealership right now, and wife's waiting on me. So it was nice having everybody on here. Thank you, TK, for coming through. Thank you, Caleb. Thank you, Sneed. I appreciate you always, man. Sure. And I appreciate everybody that's here on the live. There's 74 here on the live right now, and I appreciate every single one of you guys. And thank you for the donations to the channel today. Greatly appreciated.
Don't forget Caleb, bro. He's here.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. I said Caleb, of course.
Okay. I missed it. My bad, bro. I'm tripping.
All right.
Make sure y'all support y'all's neighborhood strippers. They're starving right now. Ain't nobody out there doing nothing. So
there you go. There you go.
Stripper, tip a stripper.
Alex.
All right, then, guys. Let's do a hashtag. Let's. What should the hashtag be today, Sneed?
Hashtag fake ass 5G.
Okay, hashtag fake ass 5G. And you got to use the both S's, fake ass 5G.
You can use money signs if you want. It don't matter.
Yeah, either way.
that one's for all the neighborhood strippers.
There you go.
All right, then, guys. We'll catch you on the next one. And thanks again. All right. Peace.
Peace.